Own the movement before you do the exercise. That may sound awkward to some people. Well, I'm doing the exercise so I get the movement down. That's not what we're saying. A lot of times when we start talking to you about the way you're going to practice or train, practice becomes first. Practice that at a competent level. Get your quality up on the move you're doing, because when we start talking exercise, we immediately go into conditioning or training, and that's reinforcing what you already got. So if you don't have a good, crisp movement, a movement where an expert would say you're doing it well, you probably don't own the movement. Why would you want to hit save on that document? Why would you want to perpetuate that with a lot of exercise? I want to go a little bit deeper on that. First of all, when we're exercising, we rarely have an expert in the room, and if we do, if they let us keep doing reps and they're bad reps, it's not on you anymore, it's on them, and you better think about that next time you pay them, because they're there as your quality assurance. Well, there's a lot of other quality assurance we could have as well. In a movement screen, if you score low on that movement screen, one of the things we know is you can't cover the movement or the exercise you're trying to do because you can't. You don't have the ability. Your ankle's locked up, your T-spine's locked up, you don't have enough shoulder range of motion, or your hips aren't equal. So don't expect yourself to be coached in that movement, because we've got this little scale we always use, whether you know it or not, behind the scenes, and that's coaching versus correcting. Once you have enough movement or motion to cover the exercise, we're still going to coach you, but that's on technique. That's the way you manage your fatigue. That's the way you handle the quality. But if you don't even have the movement to do it, we're going to pull you from that environment right away, because right now, banging on an exercise when you don't own the movement is actually going to only do one thing: create compensation, and that can spin off in either direction. Really poor form, really poor adaptation, or even micro trauma and a risk of injury. So exercise is not supposed to be a risk factor for injuries, but it soon has become one, because we play our workouts like we play a sport. It's more important about racking up numbers than it is about emerging from this workout with measurable quality being demonstrated. There's two ways to measure that quality. In an initial exercise session, if you couldn't cover the movement, by the end of the exercise session you can. That was a corrective session because you responded. If you come back the next day and retain some of that quality, you're starting to adapt. And the only way we're going to get that adaptation to work right is we got to stack it on multiple workouts with positive responses. That means your balance, your flexibility, your timing, your coordination actually get better with the workout. And I can't tell that if I beat you down. You don't really need that many beat down workouts to change. You need a lot of positive responses, and soon your body will get the signal, maybe we should adapt now. That's what we want, quality adaptation. But if you perpetuate, if you do a lot of sets and reps on a movement you don't own, you're part of the problem, you're not solving it.